Grrr. Welcome to the Fragrance Plug, episode 23. I am your host, Maurice. Let's get active, man. We got a packed out show, man. We have a packed out show, man. Let's get into it. Hey, drop y'all send of the days. Y'all make y'all way down into the chat. We about to get active. We about to get active. We got a show today, dog. We got a show today. I don't even want these on. I want to switch the frames up. I'm switching them. We got a show today. We got a show today, man. Let's get active. Hope y'all having a great day, man. It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. Yes. Yes. Let's get into it. I see you down there in the chat, James. Appreciate you for stopping by, my guy. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Man, look. Got a packed out show today. We might be here for a little while. Got a new Lattafa. We also got a couple of new Roberto Cavalli fragrances that we're going to tap into. We do have a fragrance battle, somewhat you can say this or that. I'm going to be giving y'all a situation. We got some fragrances that we're going to be pinning together. So we're going to see which ones y'all are going to rock out with the most. We also have a fragrances I wouldn't buy again. So we're going to be doing that also. I got a couple of them right here on the table. We're going to be going into those. And then we're going to be really getting into the nitty gritty things. And then on this part of the show, I would definitely advise to where if you're watching me at work, you know what I'm saying, around kids, anywhere professional, I would advise you might want to put some headphones on for this one, man, because we're really going to get into it on who really hates clone fragrances out here, because it's a lot of hate going on out here, and we really going to discuss it unfiltered. So make sure you got your headphones on. Make sure it's not too loud, because we going to get active today. And then lastly, the other topic, we're going to talk about how are clone fragrances bad for the market. So we got a packed out show, man. Make sure you ready. Make sure you got your headphones on. Let's get active. I see you down there. Scent of the day, Mont Blanc Star Walker. Okay, nice. Now, what you think about that one compared to the new one? The new one, because they do have that, I forgot which one it was. Star Walker Extreme? I think it's Star Walker Extreme. Let me know. Had a few minutes before hitting the gym. Hey, get it in. I'm going up there myself, Gems. I ain't mad at you. Look, let's go ahead and switch over into the first part of the show. And I want to talk about these new fragrances that we have that we could be expecting. So let's make this transition. Here you go, man. Welcome to the Daily Drop. The Daily Drop is where you can expect all of your new and upcoming fragrance news. Anything that's going to be expecting within the fragrance community, we're going to try to drop it here first. Try to let you know what it is. So make sure you got your bell notification set. That way you can be updated. Now, we have a new Lattafa. Now, I want to say that I saw Need talk about this one a few months ago. I want to say it was around like December, January, it's around that time, and he was presenting it. Now, I don't really know too much about this one exactly. I got a few notes. There's only one website that I am seeing that has it right now, and it's actually available, so I don't think that you have to wait for this one. But Tour de Combat Eau de Parfum Spray by Lattafa. This is in their prod line. This is a powerful and sophisticated fragrance that exudes strength, depth, and refinement. It opens with a warm and spicy blend of amber, cardamom, cinnamon, and benzoin, creating a rich and inviting introduction. The heart leaves a luxurious mix of cashmere, heliotrope, jasmine, and a hint of tobacco, adding elegance to the sensuality. As it settles, a smooth base of vanilla, tonka bean, and patchouli leaves a lasting, irresistible trail. Perfect for those who appreciate a bold, warm, and luxurious scent that commands attention and leaves a memorable impression. Now, I will say this. This does sound like a banger, man. This does sound like an absolute hit. Now, I am kind of curious to know how dark this fragrance could possibly be leaning, with it being heavy on that tobacco. So that is something that I am a little bit curious there. But we still have a lot of good things. It's going to be warm. We got the cinnamon. We have a few floral aspects as well with the heliotrope. So we got a lot of good things that we can be expecting in this one. I think this is going to be an absolute banger. I'm just kind of curious to know the price point of this one, is where this is going to be at. Because most of the time, the prod line normally falls in between that $40 to about $55 price range, depending on where you're shopping at. So even though this sounds like a hit, I'm very curious to know, one, how it's gonna smell, but two, does it smell like something that Lattafa has already given us throughout the years? Because for some reason this DNA just sounds somewhat similar. Like I know it's not in the camera, I know that, but I'm looking at the amber, the benzoin, and the cinnamon mostly in the opening. And that right there mixing together with the tobacco, for some reason, that just seems like something that we've gotten before. I just can't put my nose on it. So we can't be expecting that now. The one website that I do see that has this fragrance is going to be Intense Oud, and it is going to be $60. Now, I don't know if it's going to stay that, because again, this is in that prod line. So a lot of times these tend to stay that, but I do think that this one is a new release. So maybe within a few weeks, we can be expecting this one to drop between that $40 to $50 price range. So who knows? But just know that you can be expecting that. Now, the second thing that I want to dive into, because we do have two Robert Cavalli fragrances. We have Robert Cavalli Gold Marvelous Vetiver. And we don't have no information on this one, man. I don't have no information yet. No notes. They have another one also. So they have a leather, and then they also have a vetiver. So these are two that we can be expecting from the brand soon. I'm not too sure. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to bring it to y'all first. As soon as I figure out more information about this, I will be talking about this on the Daily Drop. So just make sure you got your bell notification set. But definitely let me know y'all thoughts on this Lattafa, because for me, even though it does sound like something that is redundant, I think that it's going to be something that is still worth having in the collection. So I'm kind of looking forward to that one. So, but we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. Switch. Hold on, let me check into these comments real quick. He talks about niche and design as well. Truly nice. Don't forget, Joel, I see you down in the chat. I appreciate you down there, my guy. I appreciate you in the chat. Much love, man. Much love. One of the best mods in the game right there. Bro, you have gate. Can't tell me what you have me with nothing but clone. Step it up, bro. Damn, we about to talk about this. See, I feel like you knew, and I don't want to be disrespectful. Man, matter of fact, let me. Because I really don't think that you were. But part of me thinks that you're somewhat new to this. So it's no biggie, man. I can respect. I got a feeling that throughout this time on this live stream, you will get where we coming from over here. Because you might be somebody that I might be talking to later. So I want to save you for later. We're not going to discuss that right now. But I appreciate the comment, though. Much love. Thank you. Hey, what up, Sense and Real? I see you, fam. What up, fam? Center of the Day, Club Day Nuit, Intense Man Limited Edition. Much love. Hey, that's a good one. I see you down there in the chat. Man, let's get active, man. I want to start getting y'all opinions. Let's get into the first thing. And the first one, we're just going to start off with some this or that. Let me get my platform ready. You know how we going to do. I can't try to play me like that, boy. Hold on, man. Look, we going to discuss it later. I don't remember. I just know your name started. I think it started with a J. I think it started with a J. Yeah, it is J. Yeah. I'm gonna talk about you in a second for sure. This and that, man. Let's get into it. You already know what it is. We're about to pit two fragrances together. I'm gonna let you know the situations, and you let me know which one you're gonna rock with. Let me know down in the chat. If everything is good, give me a 1 if the audio is good. Give me a 0 if I need to fix something. If 1 if everything is good, 2 if I need to fix something. And we about to get active. Let's get into the first topic of this or that. And we're going to go fall signature scent. Now, we know that hey, it's all love, Jay. All love, man. I appreciate that. It's all love. No disrespect taken. Hey, fall signature scent. Now, you know fall is right around the corner. About to start getting in between them low 70s, high 60s. This is where fragrances really get to take off, because now we get to start to introduce some gourmands, a little bit more of a heavier scent, something that has a little bit more density and richness to it. The vanillas, the tonkas, we get to add a little bit more spices, some richness to it thanks to the oud. There's a lot that we can do with fall fragrances and cold weather fragrances. to appreciate. So with this one right here, I have two fragrances here that are B.O.B. safe, affordable fragrances. And I want to know which one y'all would much rather have as your signature scent for the fall. The first one is going to be coming from Lattafa, the Assad line. And this is one that, personally for me, I think that I'm most excited to wear this one for this upcoming season. But the second one is one that I know that a lot of people are enjoying this DNA. And I think that this one is going to hit for the ladies as well. So I'm kind of curious to know which one would y'all rather have? Would y'all much rather have the Rebel from 9 p.m. or would you much rather have Lattafa Assad Bourbon? Now, mind you, this is going to be your signature scent for the next 3 months. You can't wear another signature scent. These are the only two that you can choose from for the next 3 months. What are you choosing? Now, they're very different in a lot of ways. They're very different. I will say that both of them have a great bit of youthful and fun about themselves. They both have a good amount of fun. The one thing I will say that the side bourbon does give you a little bit more of a classier build. I guess you could say a classier scent profile. Whereas 9 p.m. Rebel could, regardless of the twist or the inspiration, is going to be something to where it's going to be a little bit of a, still going to have that little bit of youthful sweetness to it for sure. So let's talk about the scent profiles for those that don't know. Let's go into this one first. This one right here is a very much so in my eyes, I look at it as a Baccarat 540 and a Aventus Absolute type of twist. Spicy, sweet, a lot of pineapple in this, so you do have those fruits. You have that saffron spice in there that's playing a huge part in it. Woody at the same time. Very beautiful fragrance, man. A lot of freshness in there. It was easy to enjoy. And this one is very easy to actually fall in love with and just keep as a dumb reach fragrance. So this one makes perfect sense when it comes to that signature scent type of DNA, because again, you're looking for something that you can wear all year round. Well, in this situation for the next 3 months, but something that can kind of complete everything that you need, whether it's the performance factor, because you're going to get almost a room filler with this one because it is loud as shit actually. And then you also have the complement factor with it having that popular DNA from something that has a slight touch of a Baccarat mixing together with the likeness of an Aventus type of DNA. Man, I'm just saying, I like this one a lot, fam, for sure. And then you have something like a side bourbon to where this one right here is just that guy, man. I'm telling you, like, if you want something that has a designer feel about it, but you're paying less than $30, you cannot go wrong with a side of bourbon. Like, it really does capture that lavender that designer fragrances play a big part in when they're making their notes. This right here does a great job of the lavender, but it also does a nice job of like that cacao, that gourmandish mix that it gives off at the same time. Has a good amount of freshness in there, but this one much more so leans like in the gourmand aromatic side of things, especially once you let the fragrance transition and develop all the way through. It's like that, fam. It's like that. I can't even hold you. I can't even hold you. So definitely, let me know down in the chat so far what y'all are thinking and which one y'all rock out with. I'm seeing Brian is saying Lattafa Assad for the fall, and I can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at that because again, this one is one of those fragrances that definitely hits way above its price point. Like, even though you paying less than $40, you would think that this fragrance will be somewhere in that like 60 to 80 ballpark. Especially once you look into everything, like the presentation on this is actually pretty nice compared to what you get in a designer fragrance. The notes is there. The scent profile is there. Honestly, somewhat of the quality that you somewhat get in designer fragrances, it's kind of there with this one. Whereas this one right here, it has that feel of something that, as crazy as it sounds, like I don't like. Maybe it's because it's the inspiration. Maybe it's the twist aspect of it. This one just has something nice going on with it, man. This one just has something nice going on with it, fam. I don't know, man. I don't know. Which one of y'all taking? Which one of y'all taking? Are we taking a side or are we taking the 9 p.m. Rebel? Because this one right here is, I think personally for me, if I only had to go one of these fragrances, like I can't use the other one, I'm gonna go with the Aside. I'm a lean Aside. I am, and it's really that gourmand take, because I'm not the I'm not saying I hate gourmand fragrances. I don't dislike them, but they're not the highest on my totem pole, especially when it comes to cold weather fragrances. So when I find a fragrance that can kind of play in the chocolate, the thick vanilla, the richness of those sweet edible fragrances that still somewhat have like a nice masculine touch to them, when I find those, I have to lean into those, and that's why for me it's kind of hard for me to get rid of this one, because when I still remember the first time it was a wrap. The first time I got my hands on this one, I knew that I fell in love with this fragrance. It was just that much of a like, damn, they did this for less than $40. Yeah, yeah, it was like that for me with it. Oh, okay, Bays. Oh, I see you down there. You chose the 9 p.m. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Especially if you lean much more so into that vintage type of DNA. I can see that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Damn, thirsty ass. Shayak Blue, that's the new one. I need that. No, I'm thinking about the Shadow joint. I'm thinking about the Shadow on my fault. But look, let me know y'all thoughts down in the comments on this one. I really want to know what y'all think about this one. These two fragrances here. But the next one we're gonna switch over into, and this one I think y'all are gonna enjoy a little bit more, because this one is actually gonna be out fall date night fragrances. So we have two heavy hitters in this one. I'm not even gonna hold you. We just gonna get straight into it. I'm not even gonna hold you. We're gonna talk about Liquid Broom from French Avenue. And of course, if we're gonna have something like this, we gotta pin it up against another heavy hitter. So why not talk about Rasasi Elixir? Now, two different ways we can go about this. Two different ways we can go about this. One thing that we can say is that both of these fragrances are going to be great for the situation. Like date night, fall time, like I don't think it really gets a better duo right here. It just much more so depends on which style you're leaning towards. One, the French Avenue, have a little bit more of a, well, one, let's just talk about this. Both fragrances are going to have a little bit of spice to them. So you are going to get that very nice, warm cinnamon spice in both of these fragrances, especially in this one, Liquid Broom. You definitely have a very nice spice with it. You also have a nice aromatic touch as well, but you got that sweetness in there. But it's extremely spicy in the opening. We're gonna let that one sit there for a little bit. But if you know that Arthur DNA from Parfums de Marley, then you kind of know what to expect there. And then with Tawas Elixir, you're gonna be getting something that's in that JPG Elixir clone, Elixir DNA. But to me, I would like to say that this one's kind of a little bit much more so of a twist, in my opinion. Now, the main differences in these two are going to be this one right here. This one's going to lean a little bit more into the sweet aspect of the fragrance, and much more so of the spicy aspect of the fragrance. This one right here by Rasasi is going to lean into the spicy aspect of the fragrance, but it's also going to have a very nice, like, leather, woody sense about itself also. So two main things right there. If you're much more so of a gourmand lover, I can see y'all rocking out with the Liquid Broom. But if you're somebody that likes much more so of those earthy fragrances, some fragrances that somewhat lean a little bit more masculine, then the Rasasi Elixir is going to be the one where it's at. And again, it's really not too much to really differentiate between these two because they both play on the spices. I can see the spice in Liquid Broom being a little bit more tolerable because it comes off a lot softer. Whereas this one in Elixir comes off a little bit more intense, like in your face. It packs a little bit more of a punch. Where this one is a lot, Liquid Broom is very subtle. It's a very subtle opening that you're getting with this one to where men and women would enjoy this one because of how soft and subtle the spices are in the opening. But again, I think the main thing for this one just depends on which fragrance you enjoy as far as a scent profile. Do you prefer something that has a little bit more of an earthy and masculine profile? Do you prefer something that has a little bit more of a softer gourmand profile? That's what you're getting with this one. To me, I will say this is really the transitional points in the Elixir to where the spices is dialed down a little bit from the opening, but you get a little bit more of that aromatic brightness that comes through the mid. But it also matches together with that leather, and that's the where it really makes its presence known. Because again, the spices, even though I can enjoy the spices in the opening in this one, it's still somewhat a little, it's a little rugged. You know what I'm saying? To where if somebody, I can see why this one might not be the biggest fan for most people, whereas this one right here is Liquid Broom has that DNA, that opening, the everything about this one is just pleasant for the most part. But it's also, in my eyes, I would say somewhat of a simplistic DNA with it being extremely warm, like a warm, spicy gourmand. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what we got. I see $1 Million Minds in the chat. I see Liquid Broom, hands down. I see you. I see you. Yeah, I got some new shit. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure my shit work. Yo, got that Afnan Collector's Edition got better. That Afnan Collector's Edition got better. Still not absolutely though. Yeah. It plays in that DNA a little bit. Let me know which one y'all are rocking with, man. I need to know down in the chat. Anybody down in the chat, y'all let me know which one y'all are taking. I see Liquid. See, and that's the thing. I'm seeing a lot of Liquid Broom. Me personally, I like Liquid, but y'all know I'm leaning much more so towards the spices and the leathers. I'm really a big fan of this Versace Elixir DNA. I like it. Now, if that's just me, if I'm going off of what I think the people are gonna say, hands down, I think the people, majority of people from the masses, they are going to choose Liquid Broom over Versace Elixir all day, every day. TikTok has made that known. There's no change in that. This fragrance is solidified. But me personally, if I'm choosing and I had to choose one of these fragrances to use as fall date night for the next 3 months, give me Elixir. Give me Versace. Let me know, man. Am I tripping? Fam? Because I knew a lot of y'all was gonna say Broom, but I don't know, man. I really do enjoy this DNA, man. Let me know y'all thoughts down in the comment section. Hit a like for the YouTube algorithm if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget the bell notification so you can be updated when this content drops. Let's go. We got one more, and this one is going to be just signature scent. No date night, no fall, nothing. This is just going to be signature scent, year-round fragrance. Pick which one you want out of these two DNAs. Now, this is going to be a little different because this one's going to be leaning into the designers a little bit. So now we're leaning into the designer fragrance some. Let's bring our first contestant out to the table. And our first contestant is going to be Mr. YSL YEDP himself. Now, mind you, this doesn't have to be just fall. This is just signature scent. Like, let's say if you have one fragrance out of these two that you get to choose to wear for the whole year, and that's the only fragrance you get to choose. Which one are you rocking out with? So, let's pick. The second fragrance that we're going to be bringing to the table is going to be Cedrat Boise from Mancera. So I thought this one was a little fun. I thought this one would be fun. Because look at this. We have the YSLY EDP. I'm not going to lie to you. Both of these DNAs are kind of solidified. They kind of solidified. We have that. Yeah, we got something like that Aventus Hashiva DNA, and then we have this DNA, which is kind of like its own creation of its own. This ain't none of that twist, nothing like this. Is something that they created on its own. Shout out to Yves Saint Laurent. You have to admit, bruh, this fragrance right here has one of the most beautiful sage notes out there. Let's talk about this, fam. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and spray this one first. This YS, because this has been a minute. This YSLY EDP will always be what I say will be the only fragrance you need. Like, if you're somebody that goes to a lot of weddings, like if I was a wedding planner, this would be my fragrance for the fall. I mean, for the spring and summer. For sure. Because it's something about that beautiful opening, a lot of freshness. It's almost mouth-watering with how that freshness, aromatic, the sage really plays a big part in this. You can almost get some of that clean, woody sense also from the fragrance. Somewhat sweet from the apple, but it's not overly sweet in my opinion. This fragrance is blended like in a masterpiece. Like this fragrance is masterfully blended. Now, we have to switch over to Cedrat Boise because I can see a lot of people rocking out with this one, but understand, Cedrat Boise ain't no slouch. I don't care what nobody try to say. So, pressurized atomizer. Cedrat Boise is not a slouch. Them two sprays was loud as hell right there. God, dog, give me a second, man. Jeez, let the beat breathe. Hold up real quick. Look, man. Pineapple, what's that? Fruits in the opening? I don't have a strip. I'm just telling you what I picked up in the air from me spraying it. Pineapple, some fruits. Smells like it has like a slight floral touch, some vetiver. You definitely get clean woods in this. Man, look, we gotta talk about this. Y'all not about to just sit here and just tell me YSLY EDP is like a unanimous decision. We not about to put that type of disrespect on Cedrat Boise and act like Cedrat Boise is not a heavy hitter within itself. Yes, we have different variations and iterations of what Cedrat Boise is doing, but at the same time, we got to look at the situation at hand, fam. We got to look at the situation at hand. Because you got to think about it. We're talking about year-round fragrance. You can only use this one fragrance year-round. This is your signature scent. 365 days, this is what you're going to be wearing. Which one is actually really going to get you what you need in all situations? These both, we don't have to worry about when it comes to, like, hot weather situations. Spring and summer, they're both going to be good. That's what they're known for. But we really got to start questioning when it comes to fall and winter, man. Fall and winter. And which one we would much rather have throughout that DNA. Because whereas with this one right here, both of these you're going to get about like 8+ hours during the spring and summertime. But let's say during the fall and winter, this one's going to dial down drastically. You're going to have to reapply. This one right here, I can see this one lingering a little bit more. Not saying that it's going to be pushing more than that 8, but it's still going to be like around 6. Like, you know what I'm saying? This one ain't just going to die out on me. Because of the qualities that you have with the fruits in the, bruh, that pineapple, the clean vetiver, this is a beautiful fragrance, bruh. And it literally performs at the same time. If you're saying YSLY EDP, I just want to know what makes you choose YSLY EDP as fast as you did. I'm going to check into the chat. Damn. Hey, are y'all rocking with YSL, man? Are y'all rocking with the YSL? But why, though? Let me talk to me, because that's what I'm saying. I like the YEDP. Don't get it twisted. The YEDP is a 10 out of 10. It's a beautiful fragrance. But at the same time, if I had to choose one throughout the whole year to wear a signature scent, I'm choosing personally Cedrat Boise. Because this DNA, no matter what, no matter how I'm feeling, no matter what's going on, I don't think I would ever get tired of this DNA right here. Whereas after a while, I know, especially when it tries to come during those fall and winter times, because I've tried to wear this fragrance during the fall and winter, it does not hit the same. It does not hit the same. And I think that with this one, you just have to have a little bit more of a warmer climate. Like, you at least have to be in 70 something. Whereas I worn this one in cold weathers, and I felt damn near the same as if I was in a warmer weather climate. It is one. I'm sorry, man. I'm taking Cedrat Boise. I'm taking Cedrat Boise, but that's just me though. Cedrat Boise is very good, but YSLY is clean and classy. Have to go with the Y. See, you explained it though, so I respect that, nerd. That makes sense, David. I appreciate that. That makes sense. I'm rocking with that. But see, if you're gonna say clean and classy, I guess it's not. I guess you can't say clean. Wait, can you? I would like to think that you can say Cedrat Boise is clean and classy too, though. Especially with how it plays on the woods. Now, if Cedrat Boise use like a darker wood, you know what I'm saying, like a much more like earthier spice, then I could see you taking that away. But this fragrance has a lot of clean and classy qualities, especially with like that nice vetiver woody sense that it has. Some florals, like I don't know, fam. I would like to say that Cedrat Boise could be clean and classy at the same time. I don't know. Let me know. Damn, YSL YEDP is boring. Cedrat Boise intense. Gas. A slept on John is Abercrombie Fierce. Yeah, that one's good too. That one's good too. Why? I'm going why all day, man. Y'all just, hey, I don't know. It could be me. It could be me. I'm telling you right now, I'm rocking out with Cedrat Boise. This is that signature scent. Give me Cedrat Boise over YSL YEDP. And that again, that's saying a lot because YSL will always be my signature scent for a wedding. It'll always be my signature scent for a wedding, but like this is strategist there for me. Y says you have your shit together. Ooh. But hold on, man. What is it? Y'all have to tell me what is it that's because in my personal opinion, and this is where I'm kind of getting thrown off at. I would think that y'all would say that YSL is a little bit more sweeter. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more youthful. I'm kind of surprised at these takes of like clean and classy towards YSL YEDP. Now that doesn't mean that it's not classy and that doesn't mean that it's not clean, but this is that same thing. Cedrat Boise is clean at the same time. Cedrat Boise is classy at the same time. Cedrat Boise might even have a little touch of elegance to it. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, man. I think that to me, both of these fragrances kind of give off like that CEO vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like big dog on campus, like big person, like that's what these two give off. Man, I might be missing something. Hold on, let me see. What up, fam? I see you down there in the chat. I see you. In certain events, YSL can be juvenile. Let them know, Joe. Let them know. Let them know, D. Joel, I see you, fam. So Drop Boise pulls the compliments. Fact. It does. Now, YSL gets compliments too, but, man, for me, yeah, they both get compliments. Bro, the women love Y. You ain't lying. They do. They do. Man, I don't. YSL myself is more clean, man. Yeah, but we talking about the Y line though, fam. All Mancera's got that synthetic smell a bit metallic, like it's missing something. From the ones that I picked up, I can see that. I can see that, but not this one though. I don't know, man. I like this one so much. Somebody said why is so basic to me, but it gets so much attention but I get so much attention when I wear it. Yeah, yeah. It's definitely attention grabbing, but I think that with these two, it just depends on shit. I don't know which profile you prefer really, because they both like again. If you just need something that works for all situations, that's really going to be clean and inoffensive, you really can't go wrong with either one of these. I kind of want to know y'all thoughts down in the comment section. Let me know what you think, and let me know which one you're choosing out of these two. I need to know. I need to know. All right, man. Let me get back over here. We're gonna tap into this. Now we do have three fragrances that I do want to tap into, but I kind of want to talk, man. I just want to talk for a little bit. Cause I've been noticing a lot of. Oh, well, we got some more people in here. Let me say this right now before we get into this next topic. If you around kids, if you at work, put your headphones on, fam. Put your headphones on. Give me a one in the chat when you ready. Put your headphones on because these next two segments are gonna be unfiltered. Because I'm tired of some of the childish behaviors I'm seeing in these YouTube streets. in these comment sections, especially when it comes to some of this stuff. So once you set and everything is good, please give me a one in the chat to let me know that everything is Gucci. Wow, like this said, and it looks like we're active. Okay, so the first thing I want to discuss is this right here. Who really hates clone fragrances? And this is something that I was discussing, or I was thinking about myself, because I was looking through the comments from my Justin video, my Justin reaction video. If you haven't seen it, it's on the channel. Go check it out. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comment section. But I think it was like so much misguided. I don't know where people got lost at in the translation of me reacting to trying to get an understanding of what Justin was saying. And it became people just attacking points that had absolutely nothing to do with the conversation. Like part of the conversation was going into this thing of like a money, and one of the words that I kept seeing thrown around was like a money elitist status. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I do think that there is a little bit of like a greater than thou type of complexion in the fragrance community, especially when it comes to like the collection or even just like what you present, like as far as, trying to make sure that you have every Parfums of Marley, every Mind Game. There's definitely an elitist status that's going on or that has been present in the fragrance community, but point out another industry that doesn't have somewhat of that same thing going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my opinion, there's always a group or there's always going to be individuals that think that they are better than others because of access or whatever the case may be. Does that mean that they're right or wrong? We're not here to talk on that. My main thing that I'm trying to get at right now is this right here. One, I think that clone fragrances have done way more good than they have bad. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But as far as like what's going on right now in the fragrance community, if you want to know who I really think is like the biggest haters when it comes to clone fragrances, it's not the women. I'll never hear women hating on other women about wearing cologne fragrances. Hell, if anything, I hear women boosting other women like, yeah, go get this one. Like, have you ever seen a woman that's into fragrances like their routine? Bruh, they got shea butter, they got cocoa butter, they got that EOS lotion, they got oils. They have so much that they put on, and then they might put on something like a side bourbon, and then they'll put on something like a designer or even a niche. Women put on so many layers with their fragrances, and they put on so many different clones and inspirations. So it can't be the women. It can't be the women that are the biggest complainers when it comes to clone fragrances. It can't be. So now we have to look at another segment of people. So now we got to look at the men, and this is where it gets fucked up because we got grown ass men in these YouTube streets, whether it's a fragrance reviewer or somebody that just enjoys watching content, that will go to another person's channel and have the nerves to type up negative shit that has nothing to do with the content at hand. One of the biggest things that was most disappointing to me in my Justin video, and this just showed me to where this group that I'm talking about, they're just never gonna be satisfied. The group of people that I'm talking about, these are the ones that like watch the panty dropper videos. These are the ones that only watch compliment videos and wonder why they can't get a compliment from their Creed of Ventus, or why I have Creed batch FQ329861. What do you mean? It's compliments. It's 12 hours. But who gives a fuck? Like nobody. Like this group of people that I'm talking about right here, These are the ones that don't leave their house. These are the ones that don't get played. These are the ones that are here to just roll up shit. These people, I'm the excitement that these people get are the excitement that we give them. Because there is not a single person that can tell me why. Give me a valid reason as to why you hate clone fragrances. Why? Now, if we talk about the points that Justin made, get my water real quick. If we're going to talk about the points that Justin made, if we really going to go there, I know that Justin is somebody who appreciates the artistic side of things. I can agree with that. I appreciate the artistic side of fragrances as well. I appreciate the intellectual property of fragrances. Now, I'm going to let you know this right now before I say this. There's a business side of me, and then there's a consumer side of me. The business side of me, I ain't rocking with the clone bottles. The signature bottles, the way you know brands for, like the Tom Ford bottles, the Initio, like those, I can understand. I'm not down with the clone bottles as a businessman. As a consumer, though, I love it. I'm not even gonna hold you. When I seen it was coming, I like, let me get these before the lawsuit get here. I'm not gonna hold you. So when people say that they have a problem with clone fragrances that clone bottles, I'm with you. 100%, I get it. Doesn't mean I'm still not going to buy the bottle until the lawsuit is over. But I get it. But when it comes to the juice itself, one of the main points is that, oh, well, they don't do exact one of ones, or I like this brand because they use better notes and better qualities and better oils. Man, let me tell you something right now. It's not too many brands out there to where if I was to do a one-on-one side-by-side, and I'm not talking about somebody that watch fragrance content. If I go to a mall, if I was to go to Dallas Galleria on a Saturday, and I was to spray, goddamn me, My Here Legacy Silver and what, Sedley? Side-by-side. If I was to spray those two side-by-side, what you think? Do you think anybody will be able to point out? Oh yeah, this is a clone. Oh no, this is a real thing. This is a clone. Nobody will know that. Nobody never knows that. So it goes back to my original point. Even when I was talking about the Justin video, what is the real hate when it comes to clone fragrances? Because even when I watched this video, I got to the end of it, but I was still dumbfounded. I still don't understand the point of the. I mean, I maybe the only thing I might have picked up from this was that, and this is something that I noticed a lot of people were saying in the comments, if it's a westernized brand that's doing a clone inspiration or something, then it's okay. But if it's a brand from the East, then it's like a no-no or something, you know what I'm saying? And whereas with me, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. It's a lot of good that these clone fragrances have given us. It's a lot of good. The clone fragrances have done way more good than they have bad. And whenever I have this conversation with anybody that dislikes clone fragrances, they can't never give me a valid reason as to why they like it. They like, oh, I just think that you should be able to go out and get the real thing. Well, who the fuck cares? McDonald's think that you should have only bought their burger since they were the first one to come into business, but they not telling you to stop going to Burger King and Chick-fil-A and KFC and all these other places that still make food. What kind of sense does that make? Why is it that we only have these type of conversations when it comes to fragrances? Like, I don't see this type of shit going on even in the sneaker community. Like, they be talking about resellers and stuff. They ain't really, like, they had one. Man, hold on. Let's get it together. I'm going to slow down a little bit. Let me read some of this chat. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to go on no tangent. I'm really not. I'm just trying to understand. And at any point, I'm going to have a call-up show. That way, if anybody wants to call up and talk about these points, you might be a niche. If you want to look at yourself as a niche snob, you can be a Parfums the Marley head fanboy. You can be whatever you want to. If you really have such a disdain towards these clone fragrances, I'm going to invite you up to the panel. And we're going to be able to have a conversation. The only thing I ask is that you keep it respectful and you articulate your points. Because if you can't get up here and articulate your points, we can't get nowhere in no conversation. But I really do want to understand, why is it so much hate in something that's only expanding the community that we're in? All it is adding more positive growth to what we have going on. Why would we not want this in our community? Let me know. Let me see what we're talking about in the comments. I'm not even buying them anymore, but I most definitely don't hate them, nor I care if others choose to spend their money on them. And see, that's the difference right there between you, Daryl, and other people. Because some of these other people want to try to talk. They want to talk, bro. The thing is, the people that talk negative about clone fragrances, especially the ones in the comment section, it's hard for me to think that they would have a real time being able to say that same thing to somebody's face. And I'm not saying that to try to cause no problem, but it's like, when I've been out in this world, I've worn fragrances sometimes 3 fragrances a day, and I'm out there. I don't get negative comments about my fragrance. And even when I talk to people that I work with, I ask them if I know a fragrance might be challenging, might be somewhat off-putting. I might even ask them, like, "Hey, what is this? How is this fragrance coming off?" Like, I need to know, fam. I don't even know how I'm feeling about this one. They give me the feedback, but it's never nothing to where it's like a hate comment. And even my people that rock that I've known or that I've met throughout my time that wear niche, indie, all of that. When I talk to them about fragrances, they think that sometimes they might think I'm wearing something more expensive until I tell them it's a clone. And then they're like, "Damn, but it smells like," yes, exactly. If you only go to dealers, if you only get your fragrances from the mall, all you're gonna know is the mall. Most people only know the mall. So when it comes to putting them onto a clone fragrance, most people outside of this fragrance community are excited to know that there are other avenues and ways that they can spend their dollar and still smell good. You mean to tell me I can get this same smell that I just paid $300 for in the mall, but I can pay $40 and get it? And sometimes they have a better presentation, more craftsmanship. Like, if we really want to talk about the artwork and some of this stuff, yeah, we can talk about the fragrance itself. But like, these home companies are absolutely killing these designers when it comes to like overall artistry with presentation, packaging, full package setup. Middle Eastern is taking that shit, and it ain't no competition right now. I could never hate clones, however, I am over them. And I get that. I think there's things that, because like for me, fam, I think it's a lot of oversaturation. It's a lot of oversaturation. Damn, there should never be 12 different clones of one fragrance, and 6 of these clones is coming from one house. Why couldn't you get it right the first time? So I agree with you on that, and we're gonna discuss that at another point. But I understand, like, that's where I'm starting to get a little bit of that disdain towards the towards the clone fragrance there. I'm sick of the clone and duping bashing. People can spend their money how they choose, and brand chasing is so played out, fam. And that's what I really think it is. I think that personally, I think that people get caught up in trying to have like the whole Parfums de Marley bottle catalog in their background. And for me, it's, hold on. It's one thing to be a fanboy. Because if somebody was to call me a Paco Rabanne fanboy, I get that. Paco Rabanne, they can release whatever, man. It's just a pickup. It's a blind buy pickup. Because Paco Rabanne is yet to fail me with a fragrance. Like, they have yet to drop something, and I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't have got that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it was in the XS line. I don't care if it's in the Invictus line. I don't care if it's in the 1 million line. They just don't miss. So for me, I'm a big fan of that. But it's hard for me to believe that when you start to get, like, especially those niche and indie brands, like, let's use Parfums de Marley Mind Games. It's hard for me to see somebody actually enjoying every single one of those fragrances to where you have the complete line and you paid that money yourself. You either have to be a fanboy Which, if you are, is respectable. That's understandable. I get that. I don't knock the fanboys because fanboys know that they fanboys. But I don't get when some people try to get like a fragrance like Haltane and they swear up and down they love it. I love it, nah, but it's like I know that you like this and that. Like I've seen some of the fragrances. Like I know, like I think that some people get caught up in idolizing having a line and being able to showcase that as like their status symbol. You know, it's almost like having a Rolex collection. You know what I'm saying? 3 Rolexes always look good if you have a nice little collection. So I think that people get caught up in that at times, and like the whole chasing of price and chasing of status, things like that. Hey, some of these cats are too bougie for clones. You ain't lying. People with real money don't flaunt. They don't flaunt and flash. Everyone deserves a chance to smell good, and that's something that we're going to talk about next because I the fragrance community, man, clone has done so much more positive than it has negative. It's due to the huge contrast in price. Good content, fam. I appreciate you, man. Much love. Agreed. Me always trying to compete, bro, and someone just hating too. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Like it don't take all that. They don't be outside. Calm down, bro. Calm down. Hey, yeah. I was talking, man. I was talking. Same people that say nothing lasts on them, but never moisturize. Hey, hey, hey. You going out here? You not washing your ass. You not putting no lotion on your body. And you still expecting a fragrance to last 12 plus hours and get you compliments?
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
It
Boy,
ain't
ain't no
gonna
way.
happen. It ain't gonna happen, fam. What are you thinking about, bro? You got to wash your ass and you got to moisturize. It ain't never gonna happen. Like I said before, people don't see how much you paid for the fragrance and they don't see the bottle. They only smell the fragrance. If it smells good, it's doing its job. Facts. 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 Because their favorite reviewer said so. Man, it be like that sometimes, man. I don't hate clones. I just have about 350 bottles, and typically when I get a clone, I end up getting the original anyway. We're going to discuss that, fam. I promise you. That is a great point. Yes, us fragrance enthusiasts, not the average person. Preach. What's your thoughts on Justin's reasons of clones? That's a different convo, man. That's a joke. Hey, Jim, let me know, man. I'm trying to save it, man. I'm catching back up to the chat. Like I went off on a little tangent for a little bit. I'm catching up on the chat, man. So I definitely don't hate them at all, but because there are so many for so cheap and they drop them so fast, I don't get time to enjoy them. My taste is changing fast. I've only been in the game a year. And that's where sampling really comes into play, fam. Like, yeah, I don't know where you're at, but you like if you and I know that I'm learning that I'm very privileged to have access to this. Cause out here in DFW, I have it's so many fragrance shops to where they sell the Lattafas, the Paris Corners, the Middle Easterns, French Avenues, to where I can go in and just sample them. I don't have to blind buy a single fragrance if I don't want to. And I'm understanding now that that's a privilege that most people don't have access to. But you do have to understand that there are still ways that you can somewhat sample some of these, even these clone fragrances, to where you don't have to pay full price. I was on TikTok. I bought some 20 mLs from I think Intense Oud. It was somebody that's a really big like distributor. They were selling 10 mLs, like a discovery set of 20 ml Lattafa Pride line fragrances for like $50. I think we got 12 20 ml fragrances for $50. And what I learned throughout trying all 12 of those is that only 3 of them were full bottle worthy. Like, so you definitely have to look into your options and see, because there are a lot of places, even now, there are a lot of companies, even Gift Express is starting to decant Lattafa, French Avenue clone fragrances for like less than $10. Like you can get some of these decants and stuff for like $6, $7 if you just want to really sample a fragrance without having to continue to build up a collection. Understand this, it is easier to it is easy to run through a decant. It is hard as hell to run through a fragrance bottle, especially once you have more than 50 bottles in your collection. You will be hard pressed to run through a bottle a year. It's not going to happen. If want to be all honest, all niche brands, well, not all, majority are expensive dupers, especially PDM, Roja, even Bond. Facts. When I found out that Bond was cloning that MJ Legend joint with the pineapple, not the pineapple, the pancake syrup sweetness, yeah, yeah. It's a little wild. It's a little wild. Clones even the playing field. Facts. And I think that's what it is, man. Because it's like, whereas those guys who I'm talking about, they used to watch the panty dropper videos and trying to, which is one of the dumbest fucking things I never understood. I think I did one panty dropper video throughout my whole time with this content. And I thought it was the dumbest shit ever. Understand this right now. Nobody's ever told you this. A fragrance. I don't care who it is. You can be King Kong. You can have the biggest song. You can be fucking Zeus himself. I don't care who you are. There is not a single fragrance on this God's green earth that is going to make a woman walk past you, turn around, walk up to you, and hand her your panties. Or even do anything that insinuates that she wants sex right then and there. What I'm trying to say what are you trying to say then, Mo? What I'm trying to say is this. In order to get what you want, if it's going to require you interacting with somebody of the opposite sex, let's say women, you got to be personal. You got to get out there. You got to be outgoing. You really have to not give a damn about what they're going to say also. Like, not caring about if you're going to get a reaction or like what response she's going to give you. That shit always helps out. Showing that you really don't give a damn, it helps out a lot. But understand this. I have never in my life seen a panty dropper. I don't know what that means, man. I don't know what that means. And I never understood why that's something that's just so big in the community. Penny dropper fragrance is absolutely stupid to me. So I could be wrong on that one, but I could definitely be wrong on that one. But I don't know, man. No BS. I still haven't cleaned out a full bottle yet. Not even halfway a dent. But I'm telling you, man, it's hard. It's hard trying to get through these bottles. Speaking for myself, I'm definitely being more purposeful when with my purchases on a 10 ml wave right now. Damn, hey, you on that shit. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. I keep telling people these decants is where it's at. Decants, get you some discovery sets, sample. If you don't have a fragrance shop near your area, try to get you a website that is referable, that you can trust, that you know that you can get some good 10 mls from. You can always get good 8 ml, 10 ml travel decants, and trust me, they ain't gonna lie. They gonna do what you needed to do. They gonna be good for them situations. Hey, facts. Maybe the only place a girl would give you her panties is at a spring break. Facts. Padre, for sure. Bro, there's a Blonde Amber by Clive Christian clone that's perfect for me because Clive Christian is so damn expensive for a little 50 ml bottle, and that juice of the clone is magical. Man, like, yeah, bro, even Clive Christian, bro, for me to get into the Discovery set, because I was thinking they got a Discovery set where you can get like 10 mls of like their 3 most popular fragrances, very nice presentation and everything. Just for that, it's still like one something. Getting the Bodicia's Discovery set is like 2 something. I think it's like 220 for 10 mls, I think. And I don't even know if that shit splash. I don't know if it's splash or the spray. So it's like, trust me, I be looking into some of these brands. I'm getting much more. So if you've noticed my channel, I've been tapping into like the affordable niche, the affordable indie, like things like that. Just because it's so much easier. And you kind of got an idea of like which ones you would actually buy from these discovery sets. Like a lot of times, man, let's tap into it. Cause I was gonna wait. We can go ahead and do this one too. Somebody let me know how a clone's bad for the market. How are clones bad for the market? Because one thing that clones does right now is clone gives people access to fragrances that they wouldn't even have access to. And I'm not even talking about just cost wise. I'm just talking about even geographical location. Like the clone fragrances is spread throughout so much of the world to where it's not only in the US, but it's in like all other continents, making it to where you had to go to much more, like I'm pretty sure it was a lot harder. You had to probably go to a much prominent area in town to like get access, or even sample some of these things, to where now you have the funds, you can tap into some of these, and if you're in a location, you can actually go there and smell them. So clone fragrances give made it easier for people to tap into something to where it did have somewhat of like a status. Oh, you got that Dior Sauvage on. I know you paid like 120 for that. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing that, hey, I got that Ventana on by Armaf. It's actually $20, but you know it smells just like the same thing. So one, we have to look at the positive there. It is giving people easier access for sure, and I think that that's a great thing there. The second thing, this shit right here has helped me develop my scent palette so much, man. Getting into clone fragrances have helped me develop my scent palette so much. Cause just understand this right here. There's some clone fragrances that I bought that I would absolutely hate to have the OG of. Like I have a fragrance. I have a fragrance that has some Cambodia in it, bruh. It's an affordable fragrance, so I'm not really tripping over it. But now I know for a fact, if any fragrance has Cambodia in it, that's not one that I need to get. So anytime, and we know that that's something that you can much more so expect in like the unique lines. So again, when it starts to get those unique fragrances, when it starts to get into the niche and indie things, to where they might hit you with like I got a Bond number 9 that big got that. I'm sorry, I got a Bond number 9 that shit got seaweed in it. Bond number 9. I bought this from the rack store. This is a very nice niche fragrance. Now, when I wear it, I like to say it smells like money because it does have like this old money smell to it. But this fragrance is not for everybody. Extremely unique. I paid $100 for this, and I got this for a steal at the rack stores. Why am I bringing this up? Because even though I got this for a steal for $100, I still couldn't see myself enjoying this one. Now, a clone of this one, because one of the things that clone fragrances do, in my personal opinion, when it comes to fragrances like this, is that they take away those certain aspects of the fragrance that people might not enjoy. I can see like if a Lattafa or something was to get their hands on this, I can see them turning that into like they can take that seaweed out because that fragrance has a lot of good aspects. It's really the seaweed that really throws that one off. But being able to get something like that in a twist or inspiration compared to the full bottle of the OG is damn near gonna work every time. Even when it comes to like Mind Game, like Gambit, dope fragrance. Pay for something for it. This is probably my biggest regret as a purchase. Not because of the fragrance itself, but just because of how much it costs compared to like where I could get it from and things like that. Like this one I bought in the store, Neiman Marcus at Galleria. If I correct, I think it was damn near 500, bro. This shit was so much. This shit was so much. But it was a great fragrance. I do enjoy it. But I later saw this fragrance on Facebook. Not only that, I think somebody said that they got a clone that's getting ready to either come out or already come out of this. And that's where it's like, damn, 450 for the original bottle compared to getting a clone or an inspiration and still just getting a 10 ml of this. I'd much rather take the 10 ml of this. Like, give me the 10 ml and I'll take the full thing. So when it comes to going back to the positive that clones fragrance has, they help develop the scent palette for sure. Let you know what you really enjoy out there. That way you're not spending the money to get into the fragrances that you actually enjoy. The next thing, clones let you know the DNA. Clones let you know the DNA. Like for instance, that blue talisman joint. I like Art of Universe. I like Tarathi Electric. With me having those two, do I feel a need to go get a full bottle of Blue Talisman? Absolutely not, especially them prices. But I can't see myself getting a 10 ml. Now, this is what we have to think and talk about right now because I'm trying to look at it from all aspects, and I want to know, is this where it could be a problem at when it comes to the niche and indie brands? Because yes, it is taking money from their pocket somewhat, but hell, I'm not paying $200 for this fragrance. Like, I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen. I always wonder why. Like, just be happy with my 10 ml purchase, man. Y'all can be cool with my 10 ml purchase while I'm happily spending my money on this Art of Universe or this Tarati Electric. Because for me, those are the ones that I can actually enjoy. I always say this when it comes to clone fragrances have a habit of taking small things out of a fragrance and adding huge twist, inspiration, huge, powerful, and positive things to a popular fragrance. And like with Tarati Electric, I can't say that that's a clone. I would look at it more so as an inspiration. But the way they play on the orange and those flowers, those white flowers, really makes a big difference for me. And that's what makes it to where, like, if you're cloning that DNA, I'm taking that one. Like, because I found the clone that works for me. So now I don't need to go try to buy any more um not Art of Universe, Blue Talisman clones. The thing that I don't, let me see, hold up. Ain't nobody in here right frame of mind paying $100 for scented water. Make it make sense. At the end of the day, it's all subjective. It is true. $500 for a fragrance is crazy work, but if you can afford it, then buy it at all means. Don't get me wrong. Like when I did this, it was so I look at it. I look at the purchase like this, especially when it comes to this, because this is the most I've ever paid for a fragrance. So when I did this, it was much more so of a network purchase than it was a actual like personal purchase. And what I mean by that is, y'all remember, I don't know if I told y'all this, but I have somebody that I'm cool with that's a Parfums de Marley rep. At first, he was in North Park Mall in Dallas. Now he's at the Galleria. But cool ass dude, cool dude. I met him a while back. Um, so when I purchased that was much more so like a networking purchase. It wasn't like a full blown. Oh yeah, I really like this. Right, even though I do love the scent. Don't get it twisted. But I knew I could have probably got that online or somewhere less. That was much more so for networking purposes. So for me, it made sense at that time. And it still does. Because what can come out of it. So I'm cool with that. But like shit, on a regular basis, child please. Child please. It ain't happening. There are certain brands I want the originals of, but I will gladly pay and wear a clone without issues. Hey, there we go. There we go. I'm rocking with that. Clone brands should let us know about discontinued fragrances and how they smelled like. They should stop doing the mass appeal fragrances like Angel Share. Try to do discontinued gems. There's one Mugler, the orange joint, the zesty orange bottle discontinued. I want to try that shit so bad. And I don't even know why, but I just want to try the fragrance. I heard a lot of people talk positive things about it. But I know it's discontinued. And I know it's impossible to get. Like I agree with you for Harley. They really need to go back and like tap into some of these discontinued fragrances. I'll get a 10 ml clone. I'll get a 10 ml clone instead of buying a bottle of 200 for 200 plus just to impress other ends. Hey, hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Because at the end of the day, Joel said it earlier in the chat. Nobody knows what you're wearing. They just know you smell good. Nobody ever knows what you're wearing. Small content creators trying to get on them PR lists. You gotta do certain things to get your foot in the door. Yeah, Ultra Zest, fam. Walter, that's the right one. Appreciate you. Man, look, I'm going to say this right now. I got a couple of people that I'm working with and a couple of brands that are starting to develop, and y'all are going to see it throughout the progress of this channel. Again, it's called Fragrance Plug for a reason. So it's certain things that I'm trying to showcase to y'all, but it's also like trying to make sure we get these discounts as well. We're trying to get the best price on this shit for y'all. I haven't never had to do anything crazy for a PR package. Like, I always let them know straight up, hey, I'm honest opinion. Like, if you can accept that, cool. Like, if not, it's no hard feelings, but I'm not following no script. I'm doing a natural reaction. And now that I'm doing live streams now, like, you get so much. Like, I love doing live streams compared to recorded content. Because even though I do record, like, when I did recorded content, it just took so much work editing. Like, being over here and just being able to talk to y'all and just, like, we can really kick it. Like, over here, we really be having some, like, just true frag talk. Like, we just really just hop it up over here. So, like, I like the live stream aspect of it a lot better because it's a little bit more personal and y'all can actually connect with me. And I feel like it's way more authentic this way. Because when I do my, y'all should, when I would do my pre-recorded, I should do like a blooper video. I used to fuck up so many times. Bruh, I would have so many fuck ups on my videos, man. It would be so funny, man. I really should have made like a full compilation video. That shit would have been funny as hell. That shit would have been so funny. Yeah, man. Hey, they do be taxing. Oh, nah. Hey, the reps at my reps, bruh, they be looking out, man. They be looking out. Remember, I did a whole giveaway with the Parfums of Marley because my rep gave me like so many daggone samples. Like, he was looking out a lot on that. And anytime I go to Neiman Marcus, I don't know, man. I think that it's all about just honestly being personable. I think that's the biggest thing. Being personal, being open. You know what I'm saying? I would advise going in there on those not so busy times. Because if you go in there on like a Saturday, Sunday, and you just trying to talk and get some free samples, you ain't going to get it. Because that's when they can make their money. So you need to understand and respect that they are there to make money and commission. If you trying to get some samples on some shit, you got to go in there on like a Monday, Tuesday when it's slow. You go in there when it's slow, fam, and you just come off as like a good vibes person and you smell good and you can talk to people. Like, you really just have to be able to talk to them. Oh yeah, you can get some samples. You can get some samples, bro, for sure. You can get some samples. We love the transparency, fam. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Hey, I think we about to get up out of here, man. It was a great live stream, man. Let me know what y'all think. W's in the chat if this is a great live stream. Let me know if it's an L. You know, if it's an L, I'm always down. But if it's a W, put W's down in the chat. You should make a channel membership. I don't know what I would do. Like, look, I'm thinking about it, but I'm thinking about a lot of stuff right now. The first thing is like trying to get some of these like discounts and like exclusive deals. Like, I really want to get deals exclusive to like me and my channel and like what we got going on. Like, I'm so serious. Like, I just want to get exclusive. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's your tag. W's in the chat. I see. Okay. Big W, big W. Okay, big W's up in there. Hey, I appreciate it for sure. I appreciate everybody that rocked out, man. This is nice, man. We're going to be back in here again tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know tomorrow, because I won't be live streaming on Friday. I'm going to Tampa. No, not Tampa. I'm going to Florida Thursday. So I'm not going to be live streaming Friday, but I still got content coming. Let's see what we got for tomorrow. Hold on. Let me check the schedule. Tomorrow. Ooh, we got a lot going on. Tomorrow we have the daily drop. We got a couple of new fragrances. I'm pretty sure I need to figure out more about that Lattafa, so I will have that for y'all coming. Shelf talk. We will be talking about some more fragrances. We'll also have 3 on deck, so we will be doing more decants tomorrow. And then we also have another list that we're going to be doing also. I got another list that we're going to be dropping. So, yeah, we got a lot that we're going to be talking about. Tomorrow's going to be nice. I appreciate everybody that showed up for the live stream. Much love to everybody down in the chat, man. Big W's again. We about to get up out of here. I hope y'all have a great day. Hope y'all have an amazing day. Hey, stay smelling good, man. We out of here, man. Y'all stay blessed.